Good morning, students. So, in today's class, we are going to discuss how do we target the market, how do we differentiate, and how do we differentiate on what basis, and how do we position our products in the market, and how do we segment the market. So, in this chapter, we are going to discuss how do we create the value. See, marketing itself, the primary goal of the marketing is to satisfy our consumers or customers. So, how do we create value for our target customers? There are four things we need to focus in this unit. One is segmentation, and how do we divide or how do we segregate the market into various parts? Then only we can focus, because we cannot focus entire market, we cannot target entire market. That's why we need to define various things, we need to segment it, and we need to divide the entire market. And how do we differentiate? What are the basis for differentiation? And how do we target our customers, and how do we target our markets, and how do we position our product? So this market segmentation is very repeatedly asked in your SEM exam, that too for 15 marks. And 2 marks, the definition of market segmentation is quite important. So market segmentation is dividing the large heterogeneous markets. That means dividing the entire market into micro parts that can be reached more efficiently and effectively with products and services that match their unique needs. For example, if we are going to start the business, and if we are going to introduce our product to entire India, it's very difficult to target the customers. So if we divide entire country into southern part, northern part, eastern part, and western part, then the taste and preference may differ on this geographical basis. So after dividing the heterogeneous of entire Indian market, we can develop such kind of product which can satisfy consumers more efficiently and effectively. So for 2 marks, you need to note down this. Market segmentation is the process that companies or organizations or manufacturers or producers use to divide the entire market. Large heterogeneous means the entire market into small micro parts so that it can be reached more efficiently and effectively with products and services that match their unique needs so that those customers can be satisfied well. So segmenting on the basis of, see, the market can be segregated into 3 parts. One is consumer markets. Consumer markets, as an individual, we go to shop and we buy certain fast moving consumer goods, FMCGs, like soaps, detergents, shampoo, etc., etc. So these things can be defined as consumer markets. And business market, if any organization focuses, or if any organization or if any manufacturer sells his product to those companies or other organization, it can be defined as business markets. Then if we need to expand our market, we have to go to foreign countries, we have to become multinational companies. So it can be defined as international markets. So segmenting consumer markets, they, manufacturer or producers, try different segmentation variables alone and in combination to find the best way to view the market structure. We will discuss in detail about these things, right? So primary focus of this unit is segmentation of consumer markets first, because we used to discuss very less on business markets and international markets. So the entire principles of marketing subject focuses on consumer markets. So based on consumer market, we can divide the heterogeneous or entire market into geographical segmentation, demographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, and behavioral segmentation. These four you have to remember and you have to explain in detail in your SEM exam, because define market segmentation and what are the different types of segmentation. This question is repeatedly asked. If you refer previous 5 years SEM exam question papers, you find this question in last 3 question paper. So these four things, dividing the market on the basis of geographic segmentation, demographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, and behavioral segmentation. We will discuss each segmentation in detail, because they may ask what do you mean by geographic segmentation for 5 marks. They may ask what do you mean by demographic segmentation for 5 marks, and these other two also they may ask for 5 marks. So individual segmentation they ask for 5 marks, and consolidately they ask for 15 marks. So defining geographic segmentation for 2 marks, geographic segmentation divides the market into different geographical units. Such as earlier I told, we have divided, if we are introducing certain product, you are the manufacturer of certain thing, fast moving consumer goods, maybe tea powder, you have to divide the entire country for the purpose of selling, or for the purpose of satisfying consumers more, for the purpose of targeting specific consumers. You have to divide the entire market, that means entire country, into 4 parts. That is on the basis of east, west, north, south. So geographic segmentation for 2 marks, it divides the heterogeneous or large market into different geographical units. Or geographic segmentation refers to dividing the entire market or dividing the heterogeneous market on the basis of geographical structure. So we can divide the market on the basis of geographical segmentation is on the basis of nations, that means on the basis of continents, on the basis of regions, on the basis of states, on the basis of countries, that is not the counties, that is the countries, and cities or our neighborhoods may be different on the basis of different states, because consumer preference differ from southern part of India and northern part of India, right? So why do we segment this market? For localizing the products, because if you take an example of eateries, foods, for breakfast in Karnataka we used to have that, especially in South India we used to have dosas and other rice items. If you go to northern part, they never preferred these dosa and idlis. They eat uh, uh, something else. So to localize the product for the better advertising purpose, for better promotional purpose and sales efforts to fit the needs, we divide the entire market on the basis of geographical things. So in this particular slide, the entire world is divided on the basis of nations. So the next, we will discuss geographical segmentation in detail in the next few classes. Other segmentation is demographic segmentation. Demographic means dividing the heterogeneous market into various groups based on variables such as age, age group of the people, gender, and family size, family life cycle, in the sense what are the age group of those family, that means how many kids are there, how many elders are there, how many old people are there, and on the basis of their income, on the basis of their occupation in the sense we can divide the entire market into agriculturist, industrialist, other business people, etc., etc., on the basis of level of their education, on the basis of religion, on the basis of race, on the basis of generation and nationality. So easy to remember uh, behavior or demographic segmentation, dividing the entire market on the basis of age, gender, family size, income of an individual, education, occupation, etc. So by segmenting, by demographically segmenting the market, we can find out the consumer needs, because if there are elder people, we can focus on manufacturing or producing medicines, right? And identifying their wants and identifying their usage rates very often or very rarely they use. So this is very important because it can measure the entire market very effectively and efficiently. See, this uh, slide explains demographic segmentation because it focuses on their profession and their occupation, their education level, etc. So age and life cycle, again, it's related to demographic segmentation. You need to note down all these things. If you are going to explain for 15 marks, you have to explain very thoroughly. That's why you need all these individual variables. All these are related to demographical segmentation. Age and life cycle, gender, income of the person, age and life cycle, right? Life cycle in the sense the various age group people, and uh, the next important is psychographic segmentation. So far we have discussed geographical segmentation, demographic segmentation. The third one is psychographic segmentation. It divides the consumer into different groups based on their social class, lower class, middle class, upper class, their lifestyle or personality traits. Personality traits in the sense how do they prefer or how do they consume their goods and services. So behavioral segmentation divides buyer into groups based on their knowledge, attitudes, uses or responses to product. This is what is the occasion they buy the goods, what are the benefits they intend to have, their usage status, usage rate, loyalty of the consumer. We will discuss all these things in detail. Right? So occasion segmentation divides buyer into groups according to occasions when they get the idea to buy, actually make purchases or respond to a product. Occasion in the sense, if the festival season comes up, we buy certain things. Maybe we buy sweets. If we are celebrating some person's birthday, we buy cakes. So that's what occasion is. So benefit, all these things are related to psychographic segmentation. User status, so potential users, first time users, regular users, etc., etc. We are going to discuss in detail again all these things. Thank you. So we will end up today's class.